Hi everyone, welcome to another live stream on React, and this is going to be with a collaboration with MarkItUpX, and Lakan is here. So Lakan, would you like to take over?
Yeah, sure, man. Yeah, so hi everyone. Thank you for joining in to all the people. And yeah, let me introduce Praveen first. So Praveen is the very well experienced web developer, and he is working in industry from a quite long while, and he is also an active member of many communities. So he will be guiding us to React.js today. So looking forward to learn from him. Yeah, man.
Thank you. So today what we are going to do is we are planning to make a continuation of that live stream project itself. But before that, I just wanted to give a small quick guidelines of what exactly will happen with React and other things. And we will also try to, or should we just do something simple and then host it on the web? What would be interesting for you all? So it's going to be your choice. So should we do a continuation of that live stream project? That is, it is going to be a live stream helper where there will be a lot of cards, and then each card will have its own thing. But I guess it might be a big project. So we will do something simple, and we will also try to host it on the website. So please tell me what idea can we do. So all the ideas are welcome. So use the chat and let me know. And hit the like button for those people who are watching in YouTube. And those people who are in Zoom, can you just go to YouTube and open it as well? It would be great. Thanks again. So I'm just waiting for any nice ideas from everyone. So what shall we do in React? It's going to be a client-side project. Hi Shreyansh, hi Juan, Ortiga, you're the first one, man. Awesome. Hey Prashant. Cool. So so there is IPL card dashboard or ICC. That's actually a nice idea, but we need a lot of back-end things on that. So I don't think it is possible. Anything else? Thanks, Atharva. Any other ideas? So for everyone who is completely new to here, so what we are going to do is we will be working on creating a React application, and then we will be hosting it on the web for everyone to access as well. So it is going to be a very simple application. We will try to create one, understand the basics of React, and then we will also be uploading it into a web server or something using GitHub pages. And it is going to be a public site we will be creating. So you will be learning all those things. So that is the idea about e-commerce project. Prashant, the e-commerce project will be a huge one. I'm asking for something very simple. Like for example, a couple of days ago, I created something like a BMI calculator or something like that. So anything that uses forms, and at the same time, yeah, we can do something like that. Something that uses forms and weather app. There is open weather map API, but I'm not sure if that works. But let me check that. Anything else? This is a beginner based workshop. Okay, scientific calculator. That's actually a nice idea. Any other good ideas? Any other ideas? Something simple, something that is in the client side. Maybe invitation generator. To-do list will be too small. But yes, we can even do a to-do list, but a to-do list in a different way. Resume generator. Actually, that's a good idea. Shravan, thanks for that. Seriously, a nice idea. Resume generator is really okay. Finding a leap year. That is one of the easiest one, I believe, right? Okay, shall we go for finding a leap year then? Simple clone of YouTube. Even that would be a bit tough, bro. Okay, cool. So let's go. There is these two things. Resume generator, that might be a bit tough. That might be a bit overwhelming. So we will go with this finding a leap year. that kind of a thing. Will that work out? I mean, it's a small application, and actually that is the problem. We don't have any open YouTube APIs that can be connected. So that is the main reason we will not be able to correctly use the YouTube related stuff. So cool. So without further delay, I'm gonna quickly share my screen, and let's see if we can do something on this area, like, online itself I'll show you, but before that let me quickly do a small introduction as well. So can kindly everyone check if you are able to see the screen?
Guys from the Zoom, can they able to unmute themselves, or they can ask in the chat?
Yes, they are actually messaging. Yes. Okay, cool. It is visible. Nice, awesome. So the first thing that we are going to do is let's go ahead and start with an application called React.new. But before that, I just wanted to give a quick introduction. So for those people who do not know who I am, my name is Praveen Kumar. I'm originally from Chennai, India, currently living and working in the UK for one of the top US-based investment banking firms. Yeah, I guess everyone knows about that company in India. So stop guessing. And yeah, so I'm a React.js specialist. I'm a full stack JavaScript specialist specializing on React and Node.js. And this is what I do generally. So completely like, so that's me. So try to create a nice website like this. But since we are more concentrated on creating something really cool and deploying it as a website, let's start with this new project called React.new. By the way, for knowing what exactly my development server looking like, you can quickly check Praveen Dev Environment on Google, and you would be getting the first link as my personal development environment. And this has got literally everything, like what all things that I use. So I use Google Chrome, I use Zoom, etc. So all these things are there. And my personal environment in Visual Studio is like, this is the VS Code environment, and it has got 8 different plugins, and all these things are completely documented. If you're extremely lazy, you can also copy the configuration by opening this JSON file and then importing the schema. So as simple as that. So I'm going to show you this particular website called React.new, and this website will give you a Visual Studio Code similar to Visual Studio Code interface for you to start with. The first thing which I'm going to tell you is, here you have, so for those people who are worried that I'm a complete beginner, I don't know anything in React or something like that, don't worry. I will try to make sure, however easy to tell you, like it's going to be very easy for you all. So it's going to be a learning experience, something totally new you will be learning. So feel free to have a look at it. So that's completely fine. And any questions on the YouTube side? Hey, Mr. Late is here. It's okay. You can be a Mr. Late, but not late Mr. Krish Gupta. So it's completely fine. I do remember you, bro. Okay, so we are going to create a leap year calculator, right? So that is what we are going to do it. And it's going to be a simple thing. Let me show you what all things that we are going to use Bootstrap and other things. So it is going to be very interesting today, hopefully. And the first thing that we are going to do is, we saw that React.new is giving you a nice interface, like all these Visual Studio Code level of things. Everything has been done for you. This is completely into the React.js. This one is JSX, and all you need to do is start working on the JavaScript stuff. For example, in case if you are unsure, you can also look at this one. So if I put a paragraph tag, and if I open up, let's say new date, so you can see that this is completely like a JavaScript stuff. So this thing, when you in React, if you open the braces, this is going to be JavaScript. So that is what I was trying to say. And apart from this, let's directly jump into creating a simple application. So before that, I thought we should import Bootstrap and Google Fonts. So getting Bootstrap, we'll be using getbootstrap.com. And in getbootstrap, there is this 4.6.x docs. In the docs, you will be able to find this CSS link. You can just copy it. And we have something like a public folder. So in the public folder, in the index.html, just paste the link at the top. So once you have done that, it forks the code sandbox. And if you see this, this is your permanent web address for this particular project. It starts to transpile modules, and you can see hello code sandbox. And this is because Bootstrap has been added here. So now if we try to get rid of everything here, and if I open the style.css, instead of sans serif, I'm going to use open sans. So we'll also use open sans in our application. So we'll go to fonts.google.com. And then let's take open sans. Let's take the light version, the regular version, and 500 version. And then we will just copy the link. And we will be using that in the index.html once again. So all the fonts and styles will go to the index.html. And now we have got a Bootstrap based site with nothing inside it. So the first thing what everyone does is create a header, right? The header or a nav bar or something like that. I've got this particular Bootstrap React Helpers project, which I have given in both YouTube and Krish, I'm not exactly sure if just year %4 will be the right answer. So we can have a quick look at the exploration on other places as well, because I'm pretty sure year %4 will not work. So let me quickly check the formula for that. Why do I use incognito tab? Because I don't like to have the catchy clearing will be the better way, Wasim. So that's the reason I use incognito. So in any case, I can just go click on this, exit the incognito, and then again reopen, so that the caching will not be happening. So which means, like, if I have saved a file, for example, a CSS file is saved, and then if I open this again, old saved file will be coming up, not the new one. So this is sometimes irritating. We don't know, like, where did I save? I saved it correctly and still it is not coming, kind of a thing will not happen in incognito windows. That is the main reason, Vasam. Thanks for that question. That's a nice question. Only for the name of the function. All right. No, VS Code doesn't have the Intelli nonsense. So let's carry on with the with finding the right one. So formula to find leap year. But this is not right. I don't think so. Yeah, welcome, brother. So there seems to be some more things in this. Let's have a quick look. Find a leap year. JavaScript we will use, or Python, or anything like. But this is actually not the right thing, because we have this 400 and other things as well. Okay, there is also this particular thing. So for everyone who is asking for a recording, we are streaming this one on the YouTube channel as well. So if you have a look at, just a second, let me try getting the stream link immediately for you all. So here's the stream link. So if everyone can go ahead and open this on your page, that would be great. So, like, there you go. This is the stream link. Open this on your page. So here's where we are streaming the whole thing as well. So it is kind of technically recorded. So a lot of people are saying you are using calc in the leap year to your brain day. Krish, I'm gonna kill you seriously. That's not the right way to do, man. So yeah, so look at this. There is this new method as well. So you are trying to get the leap, the current year, the particular year 1, 29, and the get month. If you see the month is like, if you put 29 or 30 or 40 here, it is going to go to the next month. Currently, months are calculated in JavaScript by using zero index. So January is 0, February is 1. So you could see that if this month is 1, then it is a leap year. If not, it will be giving you 2 because it will be March 1st. So this is something new which I learned. And there is also another answer from Atik, which is if year percentage 4 is 0, yeah, that is one way. And year percentage 100 is also not 0 because 100 is not a leap year, is it? Or year percentage 400 is also 0, okay, which is kind of, yeah, this is crazy. So let's have a quick look at this one. This seems to be a better alternate version for it because this is going to really calculate the correct data based out of the calendar. So I'm happy that I took this particular project because we learned something like a new way of calculating leap year here, right? How many of you saw this for the first time? How many of you are looking at this particular calculation for the first time? So if you see here, if you do this, it becomes March 1. If you do this, it becomes February 29. So got it, right? It's a nice way of calculating things. So what we are going to do is we are going to create a header here. Yeah, I could see a lot of people saying this is the first time people are looking at. So I'm going to use a header element. So here's the header element. How many of you want a dark mode or a light mode? Dark header or light header? Okay, we are looking at a lot of dark ones. Anyone want light? No. So if you want to import header, so you do import import header from /header. Okay, and then you get the header here. So if I type something like leap year calculator, and then if I just do dark as true, immediately it becomes dark. So this is the good thing about React. So you can quickly change things, and you can also add a class which makes it go to the middle. Cool. The code sandbox links are here. So here you go. Let me also share it in the YouTube. Sanjil, we are building a leap year calculator today in a simple way using React. All right, cool. So let's go back. Also, those people who are watching in Zoom, here's the stream link. So kindly open this, keep it open in the background. Great. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's continue. So once we do this, we can get something like leap year calculator here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to also change the language mode to JavaScript React, so that what I would be doing now is I'll put a container row and call 12 basically, or call MD6 with an offset MD3. So if I put hello, when it's a bigger screen, it will show you like this. In a smaller screen, it's going to show you like this. So if you did not understand even now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put something like P3 BG primary, and I'll show you how it looks like. Okay, so this is what will be my content. So at this end, it is going to show this way. In bigger screens, it's going to show me this way. Okay, clear? Any questions? Nice. So I could see no questions here. So let's go ahead and create this particular element. So we are going to add a form here. So let's use a form. There is no action or anything. And what we are going to do is we will also use something called as use state. Use state is mainly used for having statefulness in functional components. And I'm going to use a const year and set the year as the return functions of use state. Now, here in the form, I'm going to create a form group. So even for that, I have got a small element here. So we have got this form group. So what we can have here is, it is going to mimic the same Bootstrap form group. So if I create another file called form group.js, I'll just add this whole thing. And here I can just type in form group. So it will be auto importing from this. And if I save it, I could see that there is something coming here. So all I need to put here is label I want. The label is going to be year. Okay, and let's also use a placeholder. Enter the year. And we can also give the form some classes so that it has got some spacing. Good. Okay. So now we have got enter the year, and this year needs to be connected with this particular state. So you can also have a small description saying you have entered ... something like that we'll put. So we need to put an year, right? So if I put the year here, you have entered undefined. Okay, this is not what we are expecting. So if year, then you put this one. If not, please enter a valid year to find out if it's leap year or not. So something like this. Okay, so this is what we have written here. Let me try to maximize or zoom the screen so that you can clearly see everything. So state in React, and there are like okay, the classes. Sure. Let me provide all the source code links and everything. So this is the source code link. What else do you have? So there is this classes, right? So call 12. Why did I use call 12 and call MD6 offset MD3? Like I showed you, what happens is it takes the 12 columns size in smaller devices. When it is in a medium device, what it does is it will take only 6 of the columns, 6 of the 12 columns. If you see here, there are 3 columns here, there are 6 columns here, there are 3 columns here. By totally, it is 12 columns. And the offset which I have written, that is this 3, or else the 6 will come here, which makes it like look bad, right? It will not be centered. That is the reason I have put offset as 3. Then this is the call, which is 6. Is that clear? Okay, so that one is done. And explain the state in React. So states, whenever you have a component, let's say there are 2 components. One component has got its own memory. Okay, so there are some variables inside this, and it has got a storage inside this, and that memory is called state. And if this memory or any other thing, it is being externally sent inside a component, those are called as props. For example, in simple terms, we have got this dark equal to true in header, right? That is a prop. The same way, we have got this year, right? That is a state. Okay, since functional components will not have states, so we are using use state here. Only class components will have states and other things by default. We are using a functional component here. Cool. Awesome. So let me send the Code Sandbox link to the YouTube channel people as well. Aha, Krish is attending a wedding. Okay, see you then. Right. So coming back to this one, let's go ahead. For everyone, here's the YouTube link and all these things. Please go ahead and hit a like button. That will be giving more motivation to me. Okay, cool. So now we have got enter a valid year, and to find out it is a leap year or not. If I put 10150 or something, nothing happens because it is not a connected component. Next thing what we are going to do is we are going to do a connected component, which means a component or an input that is connected with a state becomes connected component. So right now we have put the value as year, and if we do that, it is, if I type anything, it doesn't come anywhere. Nothing will come. At this point, I'm going to give a double quotes here, which means it's a empty string. So if I type something, nothing will come because it is connected to this. Only if you are able to change this here somewhere, it will be able to change. So we are going to create an onChange function where it is going to set year with e.target.value. So if I do this, if I type hello, it will immediately say you have entered hello. And whatever I type here, it will show me down. But this is not the right thing to do here, right? It should be only accepting the numbers. So what we are going to do is we are going to put a type, and then the type is going to be number. So if I save this, this cannot accept any of these min or any of the other values, but only numbers it can accept. The same way, it should not accept anything that is less than 0. So let's put min as 0. And then if I try putting this doesn't work because the form group is not accepting any other parameters. So I'm just going to put input params, and then here dot input params. Oops. I'm just going to put this here. So if I try to do anything less than that, it will not go. Okay. So these are the params from the parent. I'm just taking it and putting it. So here, if you see this min will directly go into this one, and then we are going to use that way. Cool. So the next thing that we are going to do is, like, we can also put a max. How much max should I put? Let's say 3000. After that, we don't know whether this word will be there. So if I put 29999, if I put an up arrow or something, down arrow, it's going to go to 3000 and it gets stopped there. Okay. So these are min and max values. So now we have seen that you have entered 3000. And if I remove everything, it's going to say, please enter a valid year to find out if it is a leap year or not. This is called as conditional rendering. This is states. And here it is called props. So this dark is being used by header.js. So we are sending the props here. If the dark is true, it is going to set the dark value as dark. If not, it is going to set the dark value as light. And then the class names are rendered accordingly by using navbar hyphen dark or light, bg hyphen dark or light, something like that. And then you have this class name. The class name will also get appended in case if you put any classes. Like we put like justify content center, right? So similar things, those will be getting appended here. And finally, whatever you are putting inside the code, inside the tags will be coming as children, and then that gets rendered here as well. That is what header does. In form group, if you see, I've just got these label type, on change value, all these things. And then I'm passing everything to this input tag. And then for those labels, I'm just adding a label tag and then putting the label here. So if I click on this year, technically it should go and click on here. But for some reason, it is not some reason and all. I did not put ID. So I'm going to put ID as year. So if I do this way, now if I click on this year, it is going to select it here. Okay. So this is how this whole application works. So this form group works. Right now, if we are having a submit button, our current year is given here. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is, let's have an input or button dot btn primary, and we can have check as the name. So you can see that there is a check button here, and we also need to give this type as submit. So this gets submitted, but we don't want the complete form to get submitted. So what we are going to do is, for this form on submit, we are going to handle the submit in some way. So const handle submit. This is going to be the event. So we need to prevent the default event. So for that, we are going to do event.prevent default. So let's put handle submit here. And now if I type in window.alert, you have entered year $year. So something like this I put. Okay. So what year should I enter? Let's put 2020. And then it says you have entered year 2020. So this works perfectly fine. So this is the first check that we are doing. So far, any questions with respect to React, use state, hooks, anything? Is that everything clear so far? Okay, seems like everyone is clear. What is Express? Himanshu, Express is the backend API application that helps you to, it's a web application framework, which is written in JavaScript and it gets run in Node.js. And that is mainly used for creating APIs and other things. There is like loads and loads of videos I have done on Express. So for example, I have also created something very simple. If you see in this one, there is this full stack application development. So in this, what I did is, there is a simple Express.js application we created. And then see, this is the Express application and we created an API. We tested it using Postman and other things. And that is something what Express does. Express is a web application framework. It is mainly a web server. Is that clear, Himanshu? Cool. The next thing that we are, okay, how you connected all the files and code written is already present, or is it something available? No, I just wrote all these code in front of you. How did I connect all the files? So first thing is, let me show you how the whole connection works. First, the index.js is the initial thing. Here I have given, here I have got the React DOM, and React DOM has a render function which renders into the DOM. So there is this root element, which I'm getting like document.get element by ID as root. And in this index.html, I have got div ID root here. So these things, the basic stuff are already there. It is like a template. And then the next thing is, we are importing the app from .app, and here is the app. And then here, this form group, again, the same import only I'm doing. I'm doing a small import here. And this import imports the form group, which we wrote just now. And then we have written everything here. Got it? So for this code, what I was trying to say is, I have just copied everything from this particular repository where I copied all these things from the Bootstrap library itself. So this is the Bootstrap library. I just created this thing. So it is going to be very helpful for a lot of people. So that is the main reason I have created this one. Any questions, anything, all clear? So there are like 20 people watching here. Can we have 20 likes on this stream, please? So if you can open the stream link on your mission and hit the like button and subscribe, it would be nice. Async await is a big concept, which is you're converting the asynchronous JavaScript into a synchronous JavaScript and then getting it to the scope. In one-liner, if I need to execute, if I need to explain, it is like returning the contents from an asynchronous call. That is the thing. Okay, so coming back to what we are working on. Now, we need to do some kind of a check here. So let's close all these not needed files. And we are here in the main file, right? Async await is not just in React, it is a JavaScript concept, by the way. Okay. Now, what we are going to do is there is something called as alert. So let's have a quick look at this alert. So this is the alert, which is an info alert. And this one is a success alert. Okay. So primary alert and success alert we can use. Or info alert and success alert we can use. Okay. So for yes and no kind of a thing. So now what we are going to do is, inside this point, we are going to see const is leap year. So that will be this particular stuff. So we already have got the year, right? So what we will do is we will just put this particular thing, and this is the condition that we are using. So let me quickly check the YouTube channel as well. If there are any messages, no messages, great. Cool. So the first thing that we will be looking at here is, this is the context. Okay. So now this leap year has been created. Now, once we click on the check button, that is when we have to do something here. Okay. So in this point, we can do clear and result. So we can have result and set result as another state. And we can have nothing inside that. It is null at the original thing. And this can have true or false value. Okay. Now we have got a leap year function here. So what we are going to do is we need to set the result as well. So set result is leap year. So now if we have this result set, we need to use this result to show something here. Okay. So we need to find if this result is actually, how should I say this? If it is not null, that is what we need to look at. So dot call 12 dot mt3, something like this. I'm putting result here. Okay, so we have got the result here coming here. So now this particular thing should not be displayed in case if type of result is not equal to Boolean. Okay, so this is if I put hello. So only when type of result is Boolean, then you should do this. So what happens here is when we try putting 2000 and press check, so it is going to set the result, but still it is not. Oh, it should not be Boolean like this. It should be Boolean like this. So you can see that once I click on the check, it is checking. And we can also have one more thing, like if type of result equal to Boolean, then do another thing as well. Show me another button to reset it. Button class name btn range info we will put type button, and we can give reset, something like this. So if I do this and click check, it will not happen. So when the year is not given, like if the year size is small, we have to disable this button, which means disabled equal to if year is less than say 1000. Okay, so look at this. If I type in 2000, then the check works. If not, the check doesn't work. If I put 195 or something like that, but 1957, the check works. If not, it will not work. Okay, so that is the check that we are doing here. And since this reset button is too close, what I'm gonna do is here ML3, which is margin left, 2 or 3, something like that. Okay, for all these functions, I'm using e and event.e.prevent default, right? So e is the event. So what is the event will happen when you click on the submit button? It will submit the form and it will refresh the page. So we should prevent it because we are handling everything using JavaScript. That is the main reason what we are doing here. That is the event.prevent default kind of a thing. So now coming back to our result page. So in this point, again, we need to do that alert thing, right? So I'm just going to copy these things. So after the call 12, I'll give all these things. Now, in this part, I need an alert window. So you saw that this is the simple alert, right? So we will use alert primary, but this primary is going to be a dynamic one. Sorry, did you understand, Himanshu, the significance of E? Okay, now in this alert, I'm going to put text center as well so that it gets centrally aligned. Now here I'm going to say the given year is a leap year. Now if I save this, it shows the given year is a leap year. So this is the good part. Now we need to also apply for the bad part and all these things. There is no alert function we have used, but alert function is mainly used for checking something like window.alert will happen, right? For example, just to show you some alert, you can say alert Aditya is awesome. And if I click on check, I get Aditya is awesome, right? So something like that. You can even put Aditya is born in this year, and then we can give plus year. Now you are dead. See, Aditya is born in this year, 1957. You can even put something like 52, 520, 5200, and value must be equal to 3000, less than or equal to 3000. So Aditya, you have not even born. You got like another 2000 years to get born. So something like that. This will be very helpful in terms of like quick checking and other things. That's the reason we use alert. But this alert is a design thing. So given year is a leap year, you get this nice border and other things, right? So this is alert primary. So if you make alert info, it shows in a dull mode. Okay. So that is what you need to check. Now, if the result, then you are going to put primary, if not info, something like this. The same way you could see that this one, right? I'm just going to copy this one. Here, I'm going to put the given year is, if result is true, it is a leap year. If not, it's going to be a not leap year. Okay. So given year, if the result is false, it's going to be not a leap year. So if I put 1957 and press enter, the given year is not a leap year. So let's try 1958, again, not a leap year. 1959, not a leap year. 1960, given year is a leap year. So you could see that you are able to, based on the thing, you are able to do it. But this reset button doesn't work yet. So how will we make it work? So let's try on click. Let's do a handle reset. So what handle reset does is almost the same thing. So we are going to copy this one. Handle reset. And we are going to do set year as nothing. And set result as null. So if I put 2050 and check it, so I got it like this. So now I can check this one, and if I want to reset it, I can reset to the original one. So these are all the different concepts of React, and we kind of like touched upon almost all these concepts like conditional rendering, then connected components, etc. So if you type 1989, 89 or something, 88, 89, something like that, this is not a leap year, obviously. 88 is a leap year. So 1990 should not be a leap year. 1992 should be a leap year. Got it? So this is a basic idea of how you can create a leap year calculator and also host the website in a very simple way. So here you go. This is the site. So we learned connected components. Yes, we learned connected components and all these things. Cool. So let me stop the screen sharing. Any questions? How was the session so far? Like, I guess we have exactly completed in 1 hour, which is nice. Not even 1 hour, right? Okay, there are a couple of questions from the students, so we will take all those questions. How does the DOM help in React? So DOM is the document object model. So React has to be stored on the DOM, like it needs to be loaded on the DOM. So that is when the DOM is being used. Okay. Thank you, Wasim. Thank you, Amir. And any other feedback from your sides, from the YouTube side of people? Thank you, Terror Wizard. Nice name, man. Yeah, it was like very quick, 45 minutes, and we have done this application with all these good information or something like that. Any other questions? Any questions you want to ask related to React or something like that? React. So where is our Lakan? Lakan, you wanna say something?
Yeah, sure, man. We have completed one project in just a span of 45 minutes.
45 minutes exactly. I really did not expect it. Promise. So I'll just update these links on the YouTube thing as well, so that people will be able to look at it. So demo.
Yeah, and guys who were in the Zoom want to unmute themselves and ask something, they can.
Feel free to unmute and ask something. That's actually a great idea too.
Yeah.
Let me check if there are any other questions. Hey, thank you for the subscribe. Yay. Can we use Bootstrap and React in the same project? We just did. What we did is like Bootstrap plus React only. Do we have more classes? Yes, we can actually do it. Like speak to Lakan. Lakan, would you like to organize that? I would be very happy if we can get everything on YouTube. That would be easier. So think about that. Vasan asks, could you tell me how to apply to the UK jobs and come there? What is the best way to apply to UK jobs and how we can come easily? So there is I already did one live stream on that. That is really awesome. Like yesterday only I did that. So it is all about working in the UK and stuff like that. So this is completely about working in the UK. So make sure if you want to have a look at it, this is very informative, I would say. So here's the link for the same. And yes. For those people who want to unmute yourself, go ahead and unmute yourself and ask your question. In case if there is anyone want to do that, or else we can even stop it in a few seconds, few minutes, if there is nothing else.
Let's ask some questions to Praveen.
I guess I'm taking a long time for the Sunday afternoon or Sunday evening. So I guess I'll better stop it here. So thanks everyone for coming in, and stay home, stay safe. Corona time, make sure you are being protected everywhere. So wish you the best health and see you all.
Thank you everyone. Thank you everyone for joining. Thank you, Praveen.